We believe we should have good relations and positive relations with the U.S. And I compared U.S.-Russia relationship to a fallen knife. And we need to catch this knife on the 16th till it falls, to the floor. And basically, I think there are lots of real issues that are different, but also there are really lots of misunderstandings. And we at least need to engage and start communicating much more. Because when we see things are being done, there are really lots of, wrong assumptions in the decisions that are being made. So we believe that this is a very important meeting. We believe that we should have very positive, if not reset, but normalization of relations and very open and honest discussion. Here are our differences, but here are our misunderstandings that we cleared up.
How damaging is that, do you think, to the business community on both sides of this? Because at the end of the day, I mean, we have allegations of Russian hacking. When you have human rights, which is going to be a major point of contention, at this summit. These are things that's very, very difficult to get around. But at the end of the day, it just hurts business.
Well, I think it's very damaging for the business. It's very damaging to American business. It's damaging to the Russian business. I think, again, we had, for example, some difficulties politically with Saudi Arabia in the beginning. But we said, okay, let's set politics separate and investment and cooperation separate. And by working together on investment and business deals, we were able to come much closer on some political issues. And frankly, the world, people who really focus on politics really misunderstand that business is very important. And even with Japan, we have obviously some political differences, but we continue to invest with Russian-Japan Fund. And I think those joint investments, joint discussions is very important. At the end of the day, do we want to be always in the mind unhappy and worried about U.S.-Russia relations, or do we want to have peace of mind that things are stable and business is creating jobs and we are working together?
In spite of that, the central bank governor telling me earlier this week that she considers U.S. sanctions a persistent risk to the Russian economy. When you think about this going forward, what's the strategy to get around that? I mean, are you having a direct conversation with Vladimir Putin saying, this is bad for business, cut it out?
Well, I think, first of all, there is so much money printed in the world that, we had 3.7 billion inflow into Russian IPO market, which is a record level since 2013. So, frankly, capital will still go to Russia. We have a major meeting today with President Putin, our investors. We'll also have producers of our vaccine there. And we have lots of people who understand Russia has a partnership approach.